Hey everybody, Nikolai here from rcgroups.com. Today in front of you we've got the new little micro racing drone from SPC Maker. This is the 95X. It's available from Buddy RC for $144.95. And as you can see here, we've got a nice little carrying case that it comes with. And as I open it up, we've got some hard foam, very nice little travel case that it comes with. All of this is what you get for just $144.95. And from what I can see, this looks like a really nice quad and whole package as it comes. So as you can see, it comes with the quad, with two sets of batteries. There's another set up here. The set I put on just earlier before putting it on the camera, but we'll come back to that a little bit. And over here we have two cell 500 milliamp 30C packs from SPC Maker branded batteries here with JST connectors, and also two SPC Maker Velcro straps. And down here we have a couple zip ties and some more Velcro strips, and then we have a little bag of screws. And as I said, this is a really nice durable foam, hard pack foam. It's going to be hard pressed to damage anything with it. I did notice that the fit in here is a little tight. If you like, ideally you just want to kind of set it in there, but it kind of bends the prop. So I might have to shave it out just a little bit to make that a little bit nicer fit. But still, it is a really nice package. So let's move on to the quad here, and I'll tell you what's inside. And there's the piece de la resistance, the 95X from SPC Maker. Obviously it is a 95mm span. It has 50mm little props here, 4-bladed. It is 96 grams total with the battery. I believe it said 63 grams without. And it's running SPC, their own line of motors. It is 1104's 7500 kV motors. For the receiver, you can use FR Sky or DSMX or even Futaba. You just pick your option when you're ordering it there, and they'll pre-install that for you. The camera up front here is a little quarter-inch camera, 600 TVL. The VTX is a 5.8 gigahertz, 25 milliwatt, 48 channel, fully capable VTX. The flight controller is the OSD Omnibus F3 with OSD on it, and it's running Betaflight. And as I said, it does come with two batteries for you, so all you have to do is bind up and fly. You've got two cell 500 milliamp here, and that should get you in the range of 45-minute flights. So you get all of that packaged into this little tiny frame, 95mm frame, and again, it is all carbon fiber. And all the edges are painted nice bright purple for you to show up in case you ditch it in the grass. There is also two bright white LEDs back here. Very bright lights that'll help it show up in case you ditch it and you need help finding it. It'll also help for visibility for finding in line of sight. And everything just looks really nice. It's packed in there very nicely for you. The motor leads on here have been insulated with rubber paint, so that'll help if you happen to land in any wet grass. You don't have to quite worry about that so much. And it's just a really nice package with the receivers all buried under there. I have read a report or two of some reception issues, or range issues rather, with the receiver, with it being down there. So I'll have to check that out for sure and let you know in the full review at rcgroups.com. But the user that mentioned this said all he had to do to fix his was to move this outside on top here. So if it is an issue, it's an easy fix. Just for sake of comparison, I grabbed my tiny whoop, and you can see you can see in here it's just a little bit bigger, but not much at all. It's a tiny quad, and you got brushless power in there, so it should be great fun for pullouts and flips and all kinds of aerobatics. So with all that said, it should be a lot of fun to fly. I'm really looking forward to it. Let's go to the field and put it through its paces. Alright, so we've got it up in the air now, and as you can see I'm testing my switch to switch between air and acro mode. Air is going to be your horizon level mode basically. It'll let you flip, but it'll bring you back to level when you're done. And that was working real good for me. I did have a couple situations where I got it into a spin that I couldn't recover from, but if I kept it in acro mode it didn't seem to be a problem, so just be warned of that. But as you can see, it has really good top speed, and I was really impressed with the power of this guy. For the little tiny brushless motors, it had really nice power, and I never felt like I needed more. I'm sure you could go up to 3S. I'm not sure on the exact stats of the speed controller and all that, but I bet you could, and that would be crazy fast. So as you can see, I'm just kind of getting used to it. This is the first flight in the big field out here, and just seeing how it performs. And you can see a little bit of gel there on full throttle, and that's just because of the couple tumbles that I had. Bent the props up a little bit, so it's gonna do that when you hit full throttle, but it wasn't too bad. So now we've got a couple of our homemade gates set up, and this is in the control line circle that we had set up for the vintage flying that you might have seen my little story on RC groups. And so once they were done for the day, we set up a couple of our little gates. And that triangular gate is actually a round gate that broke, so we made it into a triangle gate, and it works real nicely for the little quad, not so good for the big quads. It was certainly a challenge to go through. So we're just kind of getting a feel for it, and it's feeling real good. I like flying it just as big as my bigger quad, and it's certainly a lot more nimble. But when you do happen to touch the grass or anything like that, being so small, you will have a high likelihood of going for a walk and turning upright. A couple clips where I put the quad in the hands of my good buddy Alex, and he loves to do some FPV freestyle, so I thought I'd let him give it a try and see what he thought of it. And it was hard to take the transmitter back from him. He was having a lot of fun, and he even told me at the end of the day that he thinks he was going to sell his little B-Brain and a couple of his other little quads and get one of these because he was having a blast. So as you can see, he's going through his acrobatic routine very nicely, having a lot of fun with it, doing some nice loops and even a 4-point roll there, and he's just having a lot of fun with it. The only complaint that I had with it really was that every time we managed to hit the ground, the props bent up really easily. They are really soft, which means they won't break, but you'll definitely be bending them back in shape after every time you hit the ground. So you can see there that it did a spin after he did a flip, and I think the problem that we found was that the battery strap, the single battery strap, wasn't enough to hold it through a certain amount of acrobatics. So you definitely want to use the Velcro strip on the battery as well as the strap around it to keep things in there. So there you have it. That was the SPC Maker 95X from Buddy RC. And as you can tell, we were having a blast with it. This is just the first couple of fights, so we were still getting kind of attuned to it. But it was a lot of fun. If you're in the market for a micro quad racer or just a micro freestyle drone, definitely check this guy out. It's a lot of fun. So until then, go out there, have some fun, and keep your wings level.